Well, it's 5:15, so I think we'll get started. We'll call the meeting to order. This is the May 21st meeting of the New Ulm Heritage Preservation Commission. I'm Kara Knopf, standing in for Annie Earl, who is our chairperson. She's on vacation today. First order of business is to approve the minutes from our last meeting, which was January 29th.
I'll make a motion to approve the meeting.
Okay.
Second.
Okay. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay, on to design review. We have two businesses up for review tonight. First one is Red Dragon Gaming. Travis, if you want to step up to the podium and tell us who you are and what your business is.
Sure. I'm Travis Tyre. I'm from Red Dragon Gaming. We are a gaming store that's going to be opening on 204 North Minnesota Street. We'll be selling board games, card games, dice games, miniatures games, historical board and card games. Found a distributor who hand makes those. That's pretty cool. And we'll be holding tournaments and other events for people to come in and play and enjoy themselves and hang out. I don't know if anybody remembers the Dork Den when it was open, the south end of town. Similar concept to what they were doing. So.
Okay. And you have your signage proposal for us here.
If I can ask, which option were you preferring? You've got two options on here.
Oh yeah, I forgot they had two options listed. The shorter one.
48 inches?
Yeah, we didn't really like the look of the tall one. The angle was too. It's not doesn't stick out any further off the building, so it was too steep of an angle. We didn't really like the look. We liked the shorter one with the 45-ish angle.
And the color is what you submitted on here. It just says any color on your estimate, but the color.
The red in the photo is the one we would like. Black would be an alternative that we'd also be willing to go with.
Okay.
And I don't remember if the photo has anything drawn on the awning. That was an option they were presenting to us, but
Put on. I take it that's a simple. What you're talking about putting on the awning is what's in the window.
like I said, I remember if they put. I know they were trying to tell us about how they could put things on the awning. I don't remember if it was in the picture or not.
It's not in the picture.
It's not in the picture. Okay.
Do you remember, Elwood, was it similar to what they've got on the window?
The picture you've got is the same one I've got. Yeah.
We didn't decide not to go with that anyway.
Oh.
I couldn't remember if it was in the photo, so I was trying to explain why it was there if it was.
So
I don't know
yours
why I
would
was thinking it was, but
just
we.
be colored awning and that's
Yep,
it.
yep, just a colored awning with the logo in the window.
I think the color is appropriate. I would almost recommend not doing black since Social, which is right across the street, just did black, and someone else just did too.
It fits closer to our color and
It
our
does.
past and our history thing, so
I do. I think so.
I don't have any issues with the awning part.
Okay. What about the lettering?
Well,
The lettering can, yeah.
but in the
No,
window,
it can be.
we still.
As for signage in the window, there's not a lot of control on the city side.
Mm-hmm.
We've never really looked at it a whole lot on the HPC side either, being it's not part of the signage ordinance overall.
Mm-hmm. Only if it's on the awning.
Right.
On the
There you have it.
awning or
Right.
a
It's in the
flat sign
window.
across the top.
I assume it's
Yeah.
still the same, we don't have a lot
Yeah,
of
that hasn't changed.
Okay.
criteria to do with that.
Mm-hmm. It's appropriate size. Okay.
And with the awning, I'll motion to approve as submitted. Do you have the technical color? You just said red. Was there a, I did not see it on the estimate sheet.
No, we had picked out a red. I didn't realize that it wasn't on there until you mentioned it.
Yeah.
I thought the red we had picked out was on the sheet. But because we had discussed the possibility of other colors, I'm guessing that's why they put any color, because it was all going to be the same price. But there was a red. I don't remember what it was. It's kind of a brickish,
Mhm.
darker. Nothing brighter.
Almost a wine color.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I'm not looking at red, I'm looking at burgundy or
Or,
white.
Yeah.
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 I think it's appropriate then, the colors would
Mhm.
be great.
Yeah, it looks very nice. So we have a motion.
Second?
You motioned.
Oh, okay, motion. I'll
second it.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Same sign. Okay, motion carries. You're good to go.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, and then Mr. Lang, you hear from?
Rich Smith is here.
Oh, okay. Do you want to go ahead and step up then? And then the second sign permit is for Recovery 101, which is in what I call the left half of the Baccarat building. Nice to see that building be used. Yep. So if you want to give your name and address, tell us a little about your business.
Right, my name is Rich Smith. Our address is 23 South Minnesota Street, right next to the Baccarat. Our business is Recovery 101, it's dealing with mental health and chemical addiction, outpatient services. And I'm excited to be starting up here and be new and in this town, and it's got a bit skinny. If I were to tell you the whole thing, I'd be up here for an hour and a half,
Right.
so.
That's okay. Do you have an opening date?
Right now, we're waiting for final inspection and state inspection to come through.
Okay,
So
okay.
we're probably within a month. yes.
Okay, great. Okay.
Again, I've got a question for you. Which one you were preferring? You've got two proposals here,
Right.
and you're preferring,
We're gonna go with the acrylic with the backdrop, and then with the, our colors for our letters, which is purple and a green, and I don't have the technical.
I mean,
names.
you've got one in a black backdrop and then one in a,
Acrylic, or.
Diamond plate?
Diamond plate, so we're gonna do the acrylic,
but the diamond plate or the black?
not the diamond plate at all. It's gonna be acrylic with a black background.
Okay, okay.
So that's the one that says black aluminum?
Nope, it should be black acrylic.
Okay.
Oh, it says black aluminum.
Yeah, it does.
And I noticed, I drove by the other day and you already have one a sign in your door?
Right.
But again, there's not a lot, the door or the windows
Right.
you can look at.
Right.
How big is the sign? Is it, or maybe,
Does it say, 96 by 48?
Right.
And I assume, Mel, with this, it's non-contributing, the old Bakery building, right?
No,
Yeah,
it's
it's
not
not
a
a contributing
no.
building.
Right. So then color is not a factor?
But it does, but.
It does, but it's
there's
not
leeway
as-
for a modern looking
Right.
building.
Right, because this building was built in the 1980s, so.
Right.
Correct, yep.
And it's on the edge of the district. Okay. And this is not backlit or anything?
No.
No, okay.
I don't see any mention of lighting in.
No, I didn't either. Okay, thoughts?
Looks good.
I'll make a motion.
Okay. We have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion carried. You're
Thank
good to
you.
go.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, and then the garage. Okay. A lot of pages on this one. Okay, and you're representing the garage?
I can be, yes,
You can-
if needed. I'm on call. But
Well,
I can.
I think you're the representative.
Yes.
Hey, Ellen, if you wanted to go through it with them, I went out and looked. This one is really interesting with the.
Yes, it is.
The property line probably splitting the garage.
Mhm.
Well, the property line splits the garage, so that comes into play if it ever wants to get rebuilt, there'd be some items we'd have to take care of. And then in going through the application for the house, the period of significance was listed as 1894 to 1911.
Mhm.
The garage was built around 1915 is what was stated. So it is a It's a contributing feature. It's not part of the time period of the significance of when the houses were built in that
House.
time. So, and it has to do with the frame construction, the sheet iron siding, and their linear decoration in the front gable, which is a decorative metal made piece the way it looks.
If anybody had a chance to look at it, I got to actually look inside. The building is in disrepair. It's ready to blow over.
Okay. Well, why don't we start with you introducing yourself and.
Oh. I imagine if he doesn't have to, he doesn't want to answer it.
I was gonna say, I'll just sit here and be quiet if I, no, my
Oh,
name
no,
is
hear your story.
My name is Derek Shaver,
Okay.
and my wife and I are the owners of the 613 Second South residence. So it's 613
Okay.
Second South and 200 South Broadway own the property that's being discussed
Correct.
jointly,
So
which is interesting.
So the house on 200 South Broadway is the one that is designated as the one that's with the garage, which I'm assuming when it was platted at some point, that was the whole thing. How it got, that half is owned by.
It
the
appears there
Shavers.
was family ties that both own the property,
Probably.
and I suppose resources were, hey, let's build something we can both use, we'll put it right in the middle of where our property line is, we'll all be happy,
And
not
gentlemen,
knowing
thank you.
100 years from now, insurance companies and all of those things tend to take issue with owning a structure, number one, with another property owner, we've had.
Right.
Okay.
So we just are looking for any options that we might have to, we basically need to take it down. I don't think it's repairable, especially in any condition. So to take that down, and then we don't have a set plan on rebuilding or doing anything at this point. That would have to be discussed, because again,
Well, setbacks.
there's issues with how those two properties are with easements of even like electrical. Power lines run from the alley across ours to theirs.
Okay.
So we're just looking for, if the structure needs to be taken down, is that okay?
Hey, one other comment is, it's not just this easement with a common wall down it for a garage, but it also sits on the property located to the south.
Correct.
It's actually on their property about 1.5 feet.
Which is also owned, incidentally, by the same people that own the 200 South Broadway.
Right.
They own- So
Okay.
there's three properties
Three-
with two property owners with this shared thing that kind of sits.
Isn't that funny?
That's
Make-
interesting.
Yeah,
It is.
making it simple, well, we've got a few complicated ones like this in New Ulm, where we actually have 3 dwellings on a back half or
Yeah.
a side street lot. Making it easy, I mean, it wasn't built in a significant era. When the house was built, the other two houses, 1 and 2.
Mhm.
And to me, it's in disrepair. I don't know how you would ever try to refix the thing with it being on the southerly property. I don't have an issue with removal.
And you
Demo
couldn't
the
move
building.
it. I
It'll
don't-
fall apart.
That's what I mean. If it's in disrepair, you couldn't pick it up and move it onto the 200
No.
South Broadway property, the entire lot.
If we get any wind in the near future, I'm guessing this discussion will be
The
mute.
tree will hold it up.
Because the tree, it'll fall onto something, yeah.
I mean, making it short with not a lot of discussion, because of it unique, not being contributing to it, not the area significance, it's actually located on 3 properties. I'll motion to demo. I don't have an issue with that.
Okay, so we have a motion. Your thoughts?
You have to state that as long as both parties
All right, yeah.
are in favor of it.
Correct, yes, because it's a shared, and both property owners signed the
Yeah,
petition
correct.
to
Okay.
demolish. Is that, then what we're doing is looking at options, is, if we need to get rid of this and do something, was that appropriate? So that's why we started here. Yeah.
Okay. What do you think?
Did you make a motion?
You made a motion.
Okay, I seconded.
Second? Okay.
Okay.
Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion carries.
Thank you.
You get to have half your lot back.
Yes, great, appreciate it.
Okay. You wonder how that winds up on half.
Not back then.
Not back then.
Okay, and,
Like our brother cousins or something, or brothers.
but I suppose if the family owned, Okay, so, now we're ready for our city report.
The downtown guidelines are back at the state for a 30-day review. We should be hearing soon on that, and then we should be able to move forward on that was the final draft that went up to the state. And we're moving forward with the Herman condition assessment. They should be back here first part of June with their full team to start really digging into it. So
And am I correct, the interpretive center below is closed the whole summer?
it's closed until we determine what's going on inside there, yes.
Okay.
Yep,
I was happy to see the rest of it open.
yep.
That's nice.
We got the okay on that, so.
Okay. I did have one question on the guidelines, and I realize it's now in the final review. On the demolition part, it talks about the commercial historic district. It doesn't say anything about the South Broadway, South German, Baumstein.
This is just
District
for the,
districts?
this is just for the downtown.
It's just for downtown.
Correct.
Okay, just wanted to make sure on that. Okay. I'm sorry?
Mention the Keeling House.
Oh,
Actually,
Keithland House
yeah.
is done, yeah. Well,
Oh.
it's about done.
Well, I mean,
It's
after
the
looking at it
windows,
today,
the
I
siding.
like it.
Really?
Yeah, much better.
I like it.
Much, much better.
Yep,
Yeah, it needed some work. Anything else?
that's it.
Short and sweet. Annie is not here tonight, so we don't have an HPC chair report. So do we have any new business? Okay, then I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I still move.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Meeting is adjourned.